Welcome back to another video of Odoo Tech. In the last video, we already discussed about how a relation field is work and how we can define a relation field inside Odoo. Today, we are going to discuss about constraints inside Odoo. How we can define a constraint, why we are using a constraints, etc. That we can discuss in this video. Let's start. This is our student management system that we already discussing last few days. So here you can see all our student data here, like Arjun, Denjit, everything is here. Suppose here we want define constraints. Constraints one as SQL constraint and another one for API constraint. So we can just find two conditions like here we just defining a roll number. Suppose each student have their own roll number. We don't want to duplicate that roll number. So what we can do? We can just put some SQL constraint for avoiding this kind of duplication. So each time, whenever saving a record, it will check, it will validate against this condition in SQL constraint. Another one is API constraint. We can just put a API constraint for this age. Suppose we are not say registering any students who doesn't meet 18 years old. So less than 18 years, we want to raise some warning that we can do using API constraint. We can define a new roll number field here. So that roll number should be unique and auto loaded. So let us check how we can create that. So this is our ID. Just coming to our student module here. So we don't have any roll number fields. For that, I just creating a new roll number field. Roll number. Let us put it as fields.char. So we can put it as a character field. Okay. So the same field I just going to define in the form view also. So all these models and view definition we already discussed in previous videos. So if anyone have any doubt, please do check our previous videos. So student here. So before this first name, I just putting this roll number. Done. So upgrading our module. Reloading our view. So roll number is came here. It is editable right now. I just make it as read only because we want to auto create roll numbers whenever creating a record. So I just putting it as read only. And again going to upgrade. So it's read only now. So now we can just put sequence generation here. For that, ideally all these sequence will save in a data folder. So we can create a new folder here. Data. Instead that we can just create a new file sequence.xml. So here we can just define our sequence. This one I just copying and pasting inside this tag. So this is the ID for this sequence. Here I just put it as student roll number, and this is the code for this sequence. And prefix should be STU instead of ST is enough. ST. Then 4 number is padding. Next number will be increased by 1 number. Standard implementation. So done. So since it's a XML file, we should import it in our manifest. So let us come back to our manifest file. here before this view, put data sequence row taxonomy. Done. So we defined our sequence here. So here what we want to do is no update equal to 1. Otherwise, each time this data will be updated. So this sequence next number should be the next exactly like next number based on the record creation. So I just put it as so everything is fine. And coming back to here in our student model, where is our student model? Yeah. Here this is our roll number field. We can just put this default. So default we will call this sequence. Next number is this one, and let us make that field editable for some testing purpose, because we want to check these constraints. So we want to manually change some data. So that's why just changing this to 0. Now it is getting editable. Coming back to here and upgrading. So now we are going to create a new record here. 003 is the number. I just put it as Arjun and saving it. So this is the third number. And I'm creating a new record. This is 004. Its name is Raju. Someone. So like this way we can register the student. Here what the problem is, we already created a third record a few minutes before, and we can able to change these to 3 again. There is no restriction. Suppose this one Raju is the third. See, this one is a Raju. It's the third one, and Arjun is also say roll number 3. So to avoid this kind of situation, we can just put some constraint. We don't want to duplicate this roll number, because both are same roll numbers. For that, we can just define. So let's check how we can put some SQL constraint to avoid this kind of duplicate roll number issues. So let's come back to our IDE. So here we can just define our SQL constraint. So the syntax of SQL constraints is like underscore SQL constraints. Then we can just pass our unique constraints. Here we can just put our comma separated SQL constraint. Whenever you need it, we just come here and add a new parameter inside this list. So here first one is the name for this constraint, and second one is the condition. This is the SQL unique condition, unique roll number. Here is our roll number field. This is our roll number field. So this is the warning message that we are expected when this constraint is not passed. That means if there is any duplicate serial number came, roll number came, it will raise some warning like this. Okay. So this is the conditions actually we are giving in SQL constraint. So let us upgrade our module and see the result. So I am just upgrading. So this is the fourth record. You can see this is ST004 is the Raju's record. So when I am creating a new record, it will in between I just created a fifth record. This one is the sixth one. So here, suppose I just clearing this 6 and putting as 4 and saving, try to save this. Here it will raise some warning. See, the operation cannot be completed. Roll number must be unique. So the system is restricted to save this record. So this is what we call constraints. So this is one type of constraint. This is the SQL constraint. The same way we can define from Python side. It's an API constraints. So let us check. Next, let us check about API constraint. How an API constraint is work. So let us consider this field, age field. So here I could able to say any age. Suppose for sorry, this is already 6. Okay. So for I just save as this student's age like let it put as range itself. So I just saved this one is a for age actually. Suppose if you want to restrict this kind of record entry, like we know that there is no more students with this age here. So for that we can just put some API constraints. Let's check how we can define an API constraint. So this is our SQL constraint. Next to here, I just define in my API constraint. So we can just define our API constraints like API dot constraints. Here we just want to mention the field. I mean, which field, whenever changing a field, we want to check some conditions. So here our field is age. So this is actually we are going to change. Whenever changing this age field, it will check the condition that we are defining here. So let's check check age. I just define the function here, and for suppose if there is multiple, we are trying to save multiple record together using some API code or something. We just want to loop it. That's why just looping it. Record in self. Then if record dot age is not none, and record dot age is less than 80. We actually expecting the student is 80 years of age, and we can just put our condition: age must be greater than or equal to 80. So this is our API constraint. So in this way we can just define API constraint from Python side. In this way we can just define from the SQL side also. So let us check how it work. Then just upgrade in the module and reloading the same record. Now its age is 5. Okay, it's 4 actually. So I didn't save that before. Then I just change it to 7. Tracing some errors. Age must be greater than or equal to 80. So some race came. We didn't imported that. So I think instead of this value error, we can directly call models dot validation error. Another validation error raising method. Upgrading again. Let us save to 8. See the validation error scheme. Age must be at least 18-year-old. Suppose if I save a 19-year record, it won't raise any warning because it's saved. Whenever creating a new record, it will check this age is under 18 or not. If it's below 18, it will raise some warning. So whenever changing this field, this block code will be executed and check whether the student has 8 years of age or not. So in this way, actually the SQL constraints work. Hope you get how Odoo constraints work, both SQL and API constraints. See you in the next video. Thank you.